latest.
Kelly, we've got new reporting now from NBC News reporting that the president is about to take some executive action here in order to extend the deadline for a sale or transfer of TikTok. Now, this is new reporting just coming in this minute from NBC News suggesting that the president is going to sign that executive order. We don't know exactly when that's going to happen. The deadline for that was tomorrow. Remember, Congress passed a law a year ago saying that TikTok needed to be suspended or transferred to U.S. ownership. That didn't happen. The president earlier this year ended up extending the deadline for that to April 5th. Now, President Trump has said that he believes that he's close to a deal. And earlier this week, he floated the idea of a deal for TikTok in return for lowering his tariffs on China. But the White House hasn't presented any evidence yet that the Chinese government has actually authorized a TikTok sale or is participating in any negotiations around this. Now, I've been told that the Chinese government is wary of appearing to be bullied into a sale, and the massive Trump tariffs announced this week make Beijing less likely, not more likely, to agree to a transition there. Still, a number of companies have signaled their interest in participating in a deal for the wildly popular app, including Oracle, Amazon, and even reportedly YouTube star Mr. Beast. And this week, mobile technology firm AppLovin also signaled interest in participating in the deal. So, Kelly, if the president is now extending this deadline, as NBC News is reporting that he is, that seems to be an indication that they don't have a deal on the table with the Chinese government to sell TikTok. And they have really, as I said, never demonstrated evidence that the Chinese were negotiating to sell TikTok at any point in this. But things can change. As you know, there's a lot at stake in the global economy right now.
Eamon, stick around. We have a post from the president confirming this. It reads, "My administration has been working very hard on a deal to save TikTok, and we have made tremendous progress," he says. "The deal requires more work to ensure all necessary approvals are signed, which is why I am signing an executive order to keep TikTok up and running for an additional 75 days. The president continues, we hope to continue working in good faith with China, who I understand are not very happy about our reciprocal tariffs, which he says are necessary and fair and balanced trade between China and the USA. This proves that tariffs, the president says, are the most powerful economic tool and very important to our national security. We do not want TikTok to go dark. We look forward to working with TikTok and China to close the deal. Thank you for your attention to this matter." With Eamon,
Kelly,
yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say, as you listen to what the president's saying there, clearly there was no deal here that he was able to get. And the question is, what has changed in terms of Xi Jinping's incentive to allow a sale of TikTok to the United States? If Xi Jinping values TikTok and Chinese ownership of it as a media organization in the United States that has vast influence over young Americans, why would he part with that for really any amount of money? And then the second question is, if he feels that ultimately the U.S. government is going to ban TikTok, why not allow President Trump to take the political heat for doing that with young voters who are going to be outraged by any kind of deal that ends the existence of TikTok? They love the app. So if you're Xi Jinping, you say, either I'm going to keep this app or I'm going to let Trump take the heat for killing it.
Right.
And either way, it's a win for Xi Jinping. The question is for the U.S. government, how do you overcome those incentives on Xi Jinping's side? And Trump had floated this idea earlier in the week of maybe lowering U.S. tariffs in exchange for TikTok. We just haven't seen any confirmation from the Chinese side that TikTok is even on the table.